away, but it's going to make noise when I do. You started. Hello.
You know what we are.
We're between two vines.
So, here's another episode of Between Two Vines.
Steve, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
All right, it's been keeping me up at night. Here we go. I have a house. I've picked out a house that I want to buy. Mm-hmm. What is the difference between pre-qualified and pre-approved mortgage?
Oh, that's a great question. We should ask somebody that knows.
Well, I thought that was you. That's why I'm here.
Actually, I do know. So, actually, pre-qualified and pre-approval sound pretty much the same, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one means pre-qualified just means that you've submitted your information to a lender or a broker or a banker, and that information is going to be probably your pay stubs, your W-2s, maybe your tax returns, income-related information, job information on your position, and then they're going to pull a credit report, and then they're going to determine if you're pre-qualified. So if you're pre-qualified means if you meet all these conditions that are in their guidelines, you should be able to buy that house. Now, pre-approved is when they take those same guidelines and they submit it to an underwriter. And most of the time, they're only submitting it to an underwriting engine called DU or LP, which is Desktop Underwriting or Loan Prospector, which is an automatic underwriting system, and then that kind of gives you these guidelines on what you need to do to make sure that you qualify for this house. So they're going to issue at that time a pre-approval. Doesn't mean you're approved for the loan. It physically has to usually, I'd say 90% of the time, go in front of an actual live person to sign off on that. So a real underwriter is going to take those findings, look through them, look through the information you submitted to your bank, your lender, your broker, whoever you're working with, and see if that matches the criteria of their loan program that you're, asking to get. And if you do, and you meet all those conditions, then you're approved.
Okay, so I shouldn't necessarily worry that, I've been renting all my life, I've never owned a property. Like, as long as I have decent credit and I make money and it seems like I'm within the realm of possibilities of paying this mortgage, it should be okay, right?
Yeah, not all the time.
Okay.
I mean, there are different factors that each loan program is looking at. Some loan programs might take a look at your income and say, hey, for the type of loan program that you're trying to qualify, you make too much.
Okay.
And other programs, you might make too little.
Well,
so it really depends on the size of the house that you're buying, how much of a mortgage you're trying to qualify for, the percentage down, and the type of program that you're trying to qualify for. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you have different programs available to you to help you get approved for these houses, but they might have limits on the amount of money that they'll lend up to. So you can't go out and buy a $2 million house if you're a first-time home buyer, typically.
Well, that makes sense.
They're gonna want to stay in some guidelines and stuff like that. So that being said, you really don't know until you actually talk to your mortgage lender or loan officer. We like to call them loan officers.
Okay.
Any other questions that you might have?
No, I'm good for now.
Really?
Hoping that I'll sleep tonight.
Oh, I hope so too.
If not, I'll just watch this video again. Just kidding. Thanks for the info, Steve.
You're welcome. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Toodaloo.
Oh, I got her to say that.
Oh, I feel icky. I took my cool factor down a level by saying that.
Hey, I didn't have to say it, you did.
Okay.
Toodaloo.